Good morning, Coach Jay Heiler here of the Jay Heiler Project LLC. I just bought the clear rear. If you're a fan of Shark Tank just the way that I am and you're interested in your hygiene, you're absolutely going to love this, and it's going to be very helpful for you to install your very own in-home bidet. Let's take a look. We'll get this done super quick. Come on. So as you can see, this is what clear rear actually looks like, right? Okay, and it comes with all of this stuff. So you have the instructions. It's a super simple application, right? And they want it to look that way, okay? So it's not something that deters you from actually getting the work done. So let's get right after it. So the first thing that it says is turn off water supply and flush toilet to drain the tank. So let's do it. My water supply actually comes from the wall. You'll see how everything is connected from the top and then in, okay? So you see that little valve in there? I'll try to point to with my finger right there. All we're gonna do is turn that valve counterclockwise. So if you have a similar kind of setup to this, then that's all we're going to do. So I'm gonna try to get in here and do this on camera. This is really easy to do off of camera, but here I am. Oh, I can do it. Turn it counterclockwise until it cannot turn anymore, which is right there for mine. The next thing that you're going to do, flush toilet to drain the tank. So I'm literally going to flush the toilet to drain the tank. And unless you have like a faulty system, it's gonna look like that, right? So the water is not gonna fully expand back into the tank. Step number 2 is removing the toilet seat. So in removing the toilet seat, mine, it's a Kohler. So I just flip these up, boom. And as you can see here, we can use a flathead or we can use a screwdriver, whichever works best for you. So here we go. Just got a flathead and we're gonna go inside it here and we're gonna turn counterclockwise until we actually can lift these bad boys right off of the top. So mine loosens up really easily, boom, and then we're just gonna remove the seat. Now, make sure you look under your toilet seat. If it has one of these, you're gonna have to pull this thing straight off or else the toilet seat will not come off. So I already did this side, so now I'm gonna get this side and then the toilet seat will literally just come right off. So now the toilet seat is off and it is on the floor. So we will leave it there for a second. Now let's move on to step number 3, which is attach clear rear. So now let's put the actual bidet on the toilet seat. Now, what I recommend here is that you place the actual placement here as far back as you can on the toilet seat. And what this will do is it will basically create less of a mess when it comes to the water splashing up towards your tush. So as you can see here, these little dials, they allow you to actually place the bidet exactly where you want it to be with the exact placement of where the holes of the actual screw will be fitting through, okay? So whether you have like holes way back there, you'll be able to turn these dials literally to make sure that you have the proper alignment. So I have the toilet seat in my hand, in my left hand, and my camera phone in my right, so it's gonna be hard for me to lay this down exactly perfectly for you to see it, but once it's laid down, I will show you. So as you can see, the holes are right now actually in complete alignment. I can see directly through those holes. That's exactly how it should be if you have everything perfectly aligned. So step number 4 here is to reinstall the toilet seat over the clear rear and tighten the screws. So here we go. Should go right through. If it doesn't, you know that you have not aligned your clear rear with your toilet seat properly. Boom. And that's with holding a freaking camera phone in my right hand. Now the next thing is we have to tighten these screws back, okay? So in my case, to tighten the screws back, I need this right here, okay? This goes at the bottom. It allows for the screw to be held in place, okay? And this simply goes right under here, okay? So you can see that the screw is kind of sticking out there. So I'm gonna place this right through it. So the screw will go right through this, and then it will secure this screw so I can actually tighten the actual screw and tighten my toilet seat. So if you've never done this, what you would actually do is you would hold your screwdriver or your flathead, right, inside of the cross of the screw itself. And then under here, you would twist this in the opposite direction that you are twisting your tool, which is the flathead or the screwdriver, okay? Or you could just hold this steady like I'm doing here and then twist this part. That will save you a lot of anxiety. So if you have done this part right, you will see that the clear rear is very secure, okay? And then all you do is lock these bad boys back down. Now the next point here is to connect the T adapter between water supply line and toilet. Attach flexible hose to the T adapter and clear rear. Here we go. So first what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the adapter that it comes with, and then we're gonna place the rubber washer inside of the adapter. Okay, you're gonna wanna do that before you do anything else. So once you put the rubber washer in the adapter, now you're just gonna take this part off and you are going to screw the adapter right onto here. So at first I loosened it with one of these towels because it was hurting my hands to do it. And then I just screwed that bad boy off. So, and I'll just finish the rest on camera. All right. Okay, so a little water may come out obviously, but not much. Boom. Now, let's continue. So now you can see that I have removed the water line that actually comes with the apartment complex, and I have now placed the adapter where I have taken this off. Make sure that the water line is facing towards the toilet. Now I'm just gonna continue to tighten this and make sure that this remains facing forward as I've stated, and keep manipulating that so I get this nice and tight. Now, I'm gonna continue to tighten this a little tighter off of camera here. And I'm just gonna basically use this to just really crank that bad boy in there. So you can see how the adapter is facing towards the seat. And if I come away from it, maybe that even helps even more. It's facing towards the clear rear bidet, okay? Next step, here we go. So now it's time to connect the water line. And that is going to be connected right here. So that's what that part looks like. It's now connected to that stage of the adapter, okay? And all you're gonna do is you're gonna tighten this with your fingers as much as you possibly can. We're talking about this right there, okay? Now the other end is going to connect right under the clear rear, which is right here, which I will do off of camera right now. All right, so now if I can get back under here with my camera, now as you can see, both sides are connected. Have the side connected to the adapter that comes with the clear rear. And then we also see that it is connected now to the bottom of the clear rear. The key is with tightening the hose that leads to the water supply here, is this is a very gentle process. So do not tighten it too much so you do not break the connection, okay? And finally, we're gonna reconnect this hose right, let me see if I can get under here with my hand, right to this point right here. So this point is gonna go back right here. So I'm gonna see if I can get under here. So I've already started it off the camera. And you see I'm just literally tightening this last part of the water supply with my fingers. And when I can get it as tight as humanly possible with just the mechanism that is my hand, then I'm gonna use the towel place it around this point and tighten it even further so that it's as tight as the human hand can actually get this point here. I just simply wrapping it around like this, and this is as far as that's gonna go. Okay, and you don't want it to go much further because again, you don't want to break these delicate points of the water line that comes from the wall, boom, from the adapter into the clear rear, which is the most gentle point here because of course this part is plastic. So if you turn this too hard, you will crack the plastic because this point here is steel. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Be gentle, don't be superhuman. Just make sure that all of these points are snug so water is not going to leak out when you are taking care of your personal hygiene. Okay, at this point we have gone through step 1 through 5, and now it is actually time to test the water pressure. So let's take a look at everything here. First, let's come under the toilet again, and remember, you want to turn the water supply nozzle. So let's go ahead and turn on the supply. Now, when I do this, if there's any leakages of water, that's where you might want to take a tool to tighten the ends of the connections of each of the water supply. So let's see here. Turn this bad boy on. Okay, it is definitely on. You can hear it. I see 0 leakages. That means that I have physically, with my hand, tightened everything as much as humanly possible. You can probably hear the water in the video, but you can also see that it is coming through the actual supply point here, okay? So, this is an awesome test, all right? So it worked first time for me, it's probably gonna work first time for you. If it doesn't, all you have to do is, again, tighten this point more, or tighten this point more here, or tighten this point more here, wherever that water is coming out of, okay? So the step that we just covered is the final thing, final assembly check, important. Carefully check all connections for any leaks. If any leaks occur, turn off water supply, then use the provided Teflon tape on threads that are leaking. This is the Teflon tape that it actually comes with, okay? I have not had to do that. Hopefully you don't either. And then reattach carefully. Troubleshooting. If the sliding nozzle is jammed, move the nozzle up and down manually a few times. And really, friends, that's as easy as this gets. So as soon as you're done installing, this point right here, water will be coming out of this. Don't worry about that. All you have to do is give it one flush and this will stop. Now it's time to actually test the water pressure and how this thing actually works. To do that, please put a towel of some kind down right under your toilet stool, just so you don't have any water spraying out of this seat, because again, it's gonna spray directly out. And then when you turn the nozzle this way, so to the left, you're gonna see here that it has a self-cleaning mechanism. So it can clean around this point all by itself, which is absolutely awesome. So not only are you improving your hygiene, you're keeping the hygiene of your stool clean as well. Very good, Shark Tank. So to test this, go ahead, and you can see I already tested this thing is freaking awesome. But to test this, all you're going to do is you're going to place one of these on your stool, okay? So just get it from your kitchen and then clean it off later. But remember, the only thing that's hitting it is going to be water. Now, right through here is where the water can come out. So what you'll want to do is you'll have one of these on the bottom of the floor to test this, because again, you're not sitting on this yet. And then you're gonna have one of these right over the point where the water can shoot out of, kind of like that, okay? And this is an easy way to test it out while you're not sitting on it. We're going to adjust the pressure. Again, right now I just have it on what is called the normal nozzle setting, okay? This is for men, all right? If I turn it all the way over here, it's going to be for women. As you can see, it's pointing towards the woman emoji right there, okay? So I'm gonna do it here because I'm a man. Now, you can test your actual pressures. So you see here, all right, so this is testing normal. Let's get it really high. Boom, firepower. So much firepower that it literally moved my, it moved my testing rag, okay? So that's how powerful this son of a gun is. So you can adjust the water pressures by, again, just turning these nozzles here, okay? I'm not gonna keep testing this. I just wanted to show you this on film. And again, when you're ready to clean it, all you gotta do is go over here, okay? And then you can just adjust those pressures as well, and it will self-clean itself, okay? This thing is awesome. This thing is super cool. So this is now my current setup. I have my squatty potty to place, of course, the colon in the proper direction in order for you to completely empty your waste and have a full emptying experience, which is very important because you don't want to hold on to estrogenic compounds, etc. inside of your feces. You have to crap in order to have a properly operating metabolism. It is absolutely key. I would highly recommend one of these to assist you in that situation. And then now I have the clear rear here, which I will use to spray my tush. So then the wet wipes maybe that you are using on the daily basis, if you are part of the wet wipe team, then you could use those on vacation or when you're away from home, but then you use your bidet to properly, deeply clean your, well, outside of your hole. So this is what it all looks like. I'm extremely excited about this setup. The only time that I will now be using toilet paper is to just dab my butt, as it says in the instructions. I mean, all you're doing is you're dabbing the water that's gonna be on your butt. That's it. But your butthole is gonna be cleaner than it's ever been. If you've ever been in a super luxury like a hotel, then you're going to have probably seen a bidet before. Or if you go, you know, to India or different foreign countries that that also have these kind of mechanisms, just as a normal thing for hygiene. You might have seen it then, but now you can take it to your home and be extremely clean. This is why they call it clear rear. So again, Shark Tank, great job. I love this idea, and I will definitely be using it very consistently and recommending it to my clients as well. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope I made things easy for you if you yourself decide to get a clear rear. And no, I am not a plumber of any kind. I'm just a smart dude. I can apply myself just the way that you can, okay? However, I am a body transformation specialist. So I have several nutrition certifications and specializations, as well as I have the same when it comes to strength and conditioning. So I can help change your body very well, both in person and online. So if you need help with that, feel free to reach out to me. But if you have some problems when it comes to this process, if you live in an apartment, hit up the maintenance. If you have your own home, if you're team home, I completely understand that, then you definitely need to call someone for maintenance or call a plumber, okay? But I hope this video definitely assisted you. I had fun putting this together, and I'm gonna have more fun using it and recommending it to my clients. Let me know if you get one in the comments section below, because I would personally love to know if you're now a part of Team Baudet.